Hi, this is Nathan Win from Inomatic. This is the channel that doesn't want to waste your time. You do not have to sit through lengthy videos just to get a few minutes of content. If you like what I do, please like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and if you feel generous, buy me coffee, links below. Today we'll be working inside a table. We're going to use basic if statement, Vlookup, index and match function. It is a Vlookup alternative. Create a simple pivot table, sort the table by sum and count, and then get the top 10, top 5 of the selection. Let's get to it. We will start with a simple if statement. I would like to generate a full name from first, middle, and last. So if we are just to do a straight concatenation, first a space, middle, space, last, enter, we would have this whole list generated. Please note, when you reference a cell within a table, only the column name is referenced because Excel treats the table as an array and it will know at any time what record you are referring to. So it is simply the same formula across the board. Now, if you take a look at names with middle initial, you see that the spacing is accurate. However, for names that do not have middle initial, then we have two spaces in between, and that's not right. So we need a simple if statement. If middle initial is not equal, that is the sign for not equal, and two double quote for blank, then we would like to include the middle initial. Otherwise, just the first name, space, and last. And then we're going to close bracket. I reformat this so that we can read better. This is the condition. If not blank, include the middle initial and spaces in between. Otherwise, just first and last. Let's move on to VLOOKUP. In this data set, we have the manager's email, but not manager name. We should be able to obtain the manager name by looking up this email address in the employee list because the manager is an employee. Let's go with that. VLOOKUP, as for vertical lookup, top to bottom, specify the lookup value, manager email. With this hint, you should be able to know what step to take. Right now, we need to specify the table array. For VLOOKUP, the table array should always start with the column that you are looking into for a match. So because we are looking for manager emails, you should always start with the email list, and the column that you are returning the data should also be part of the table. So now I have a single record selected. If I hold down the shift key, the control key, and press down, that should select the whole table. I can achieve the same result. Simply select the first row, delete the at, because the at tell Excel to reference the current record or row. Remove the at, it will reference the entire table. So now you have the table array, comma, you're going to specify the column index number that you are getting the data. So in this table array, email address is index number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The full name has an index number of 5. And then you specify whether you want it to be exact match or approximate match. You should always stay with exact match as for fall. And then you press enter. Now you have the whole list of employees. In here, I know this individual that will not have a manager because he is the boss. He is the chief of this group. Therefore, the manager name isn't available to look up. We will do that very soon. But for now, let's revisit the VLOOKUP. First, we specify the lookup value. In this case, manager email, and you see the at here, meaning look up at this instant, this record in this whole table array, and if found, return index column number 5, and you want the exact match. In the event of error, you would enter if error, that's an if statement. If this whole VLOOKUP formula is an error, you would like to return blank, set up an NA, and you close it. And now you should be able to resolve the NA issue. We will now attempt to replicate the VLOOKUP results using the IndexMatch function. So let's start with the match since it is inside the index. Match lookup value, we will look up the manager email. Lookup array, we select the email address column. When we select a single cell, it has the at. We remove the at, it references the whole column. For match type, we want 0 because we want exact match. Press enter. 9, 124, 104. What this means, within this email address column, this email is found on record number 9. Let's select all the way down. This is a nice record and it found a match. So it returns the record number if a match is found. Now let's go ahead and cut this to save and then try out the index. What this index function is asking us to specify. First, the array. The array here is the data that you would like to pull. Full name, remove the at to reference the whole column, and specify the row number that you would like this formula to return. Let's specify row number 3. Press enter. You can see that within this array, the formula returns the third value of this column. So in this case, what we want to do is to replace this 3 with the match function that dynamically returns the record number when match is found on the manager email. So let's paste the match function and press enter. As you see here, the name comes exactly the same as VLOOKUP. So let's take a look at it again. The index is to pull the full name with the record where the manager is found on the email column. So in the case of record number 1, this individual is found on record number 9. And so in the full name index, we return the value of record 9, and therefore it has the exact match as the VLOOKUP. Let's take a look at the last record. The result is NA as we got from VLOOKUP. So what do we need? If error, open parenthesis, at the end do a comma, press, there you have it, blank. So at what instance IndexMatch was the extra effort? When the lookup value or the lookup column is after the return value. So in this case, the email where we look into is before the column with the data that we are trying to obtain. If full name is before email address, then VLOOKUP cannot be performed in this instance, and only match and index can be done. So keep that in mind and use when it's best fit. To wrap things up, I would like to create a pivot table from this data set. Just click anywhere, do Control A to select all, insert pivot table. I want it to be on this existing worksheet. I choose the location here and click OK. I would like to know the number of employees for each of the manager. So here I click on full name. By default, it's already counts of full name, but if you want it to be some in the scenario that you are doing pivot table, you can choose right here, and then you can do the number formatting. I make it a habit to format my numbers. We never get to 1,000, but I add it here anyway. Click OK. For this, I want to design into this one. Now the blank ones is the big boss. The big boss does not have a manager, therefore I don't have to show him here. The row label I can change to manager, and here I can do number of employees, and I want it to align right. By default, the data will sort by the manager's name, but I would like to sort by the number of employees. You can't sort it by picking from these top two. It can be hard to know because if you click on sort right here, you just sort the first column with the filter. For you to sort the number of employees, you need to click on more sort option, because I wanted the highest number first, so I do descending and I choose the number of employees. Click OK. Now if I would like to see the top 5 manager that have the highest number of employees, these are the top 4, and on the 5th position there are 2 managers with 7 employees. That's all I have. I hope the video was helpful to you, and if you like what I do, please like my video, subscribe to my channel, and if you want to, you can buy me coffee. Links below. I'm sorry the video can be very fast at times because I try to trim down as much as possible, but I'm open for suggestions. Just let me know. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.